Welcome to the 2013 Catamount Prowl. I'm Kim Turner, your host tonight, and I'd like to introduce Lindy Lynch, the chair of the events committee for the Bennington Chamber of Commerce. Lindy, hello.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes, welcome everybody. We're so glad to have everyone here, and yes, I am drinking champagne. It's cheers to the Prowl. All the artists and the sponsors are here tonight, and all of the volunteers, and it's going to be quite an event.
Can you tell us how many catamounts there are?
All total, there will be 35. Tonight, I think we only have 2 missing, so what's that make it?
33.
I think 33 are here tonight. We have one out greeting us as you come in, and he's been known as our traveler. He travels all over the tri-state area, keeping up with what's happening next. We have a few moose here tonight, and we have the majority of them. A few were latecomers, and they'll be joining the Pride real soon.
Great. So it's a beautiful Pride, I must say. We'll be going around and talking to some of the artists and learning about some of their techniques and some of the things that are applied onto the catamount. So we're looking forward to a really great evening for you all. And thanks, Lindy. It's really exciting to get this off the ground. I'm sure you're exhausted.
I'm exhausted, but I have goosebumps. I mean, every time you see one of these street arts and the different artwork and how they do it, there's no two the same in this entire room. It's so incredible.
It is. Well, have a wonderful evening yourself, and thank you so much from all of us in town for all the hard work that you do on this event. I know how much work is involved, and it starts probably a year or 2 ago, so congrats to you and your committee.
Thank you, and thanks for all of the volunteers. And if you're bored out there, come call the chamber and we'll get you hooked up.
That's 447-3311, Bennington Area Chamber of Commerce. If you want to volunteer and get involved in this wonderful event or all the other wonderful events that the Chamber puts on, please call 447-3311. Thanks. Thanks, Lindy.
Thank you.
We're here with Everly St. Peter, and her catamount is The Magic of Vermont. And this is absolutely stunning and has some little surprises around it. You want to tell us about it, Everly?
All right, I have, on the medallion on the stomach, I have a scene from a catamount that I saw back in 2007. I saw an adolescent catamount crossing the road, and that's what it looked like. And then the Vermont state flower is going around it. Here I have a chipmunk who is hiding from the catamount. He's about to pounce into his little cave. He's been eating so many acorns that he has created his own little oak forest that wraps around the side.
I see all those oak trees starting to grow. And what are these flowers down here?
Those are pink lady slippers, and there's 5 of them to symbolize my siblings and I. There's 5 of us, so I got that in there. And then I have some gold that is trickling down the backside. I have a little bit of it trickling down the front. I have some mica in the front that is a very sparkly, big flake paint that will absolutely glisten in the sunlight. I can't wait to see it in the sun. I have yet to see it in the sun glistening, but I know it's going to look spectacular.
Do you know where your catamount is going to be placed in town?
Yes, it's going to be in front of Jensen's restaurant, and I can't wait to go see it on Sunday. I'll be there. And then on the back side is nighttime. This is daytime.
Okay.
And then the backside is nighttime. These are all things that you would see on a walk in Vermont. So I have trout lilies, I have little newt.
Does the newt have a little name?
No, he doesn't. But I did name the cat Miss Kitty.
Okay.
There's some ferns and a lightning bug. And there's a lightning bug in the very back. There's painted trilliums.
Okay.
And there's another kind of paint in here. You can see it here. It is called glass speed gel, and when you hit it with a light, it flashes light and bounces light. So it was sort of like painting with light.
Yeah.
It was like the coolest stuff ever.
Painting with light seems appropriate for you. Yes, it does. So, folks, if you want to see this beautiful, beautiful catamount, it'll be at Jensen's restaurant, and you can see it there glistening in the sun and see all these beautiful, sparkling paints that Everly has put on it. So, thanks for your time and have a great time tonight. Mosaic, what's the name of the catamount?
It's Vermont Seasons.
And how many pieces of glass are on this beautiful animal?
I started the count when I was doing it. I'd probably say around 8,000.
8,000 pieces. And how much time did it take you to do it?
300 plus hours at least. Probably 325, yeah.
And when did you finish it?
Yesterday at 6.
There you go, down to the wire. But this is a masterpiece. And it's all grouted, as you can see here. Just phenomenal. And you said you had some people help you do it a little bit?
This past week in order to finish on time, I had some friends coming over and gluing pieces of glass on for me. It was fun because I have 46 maple leaves throughout, and some are hidden, and then some obviously you can pop right out.
Okay, can we get a look at there's some of the, how many again are there?
There's 46 throughout. There's some up here, here. You know, you can see them kind of, the green ones interspersed, and then the color ones are through the sky.
Okay, stunning color, and I see there's a covered bridge down there. And there's a little logo because it's sponsored by
the Bank of Bennington.
Okay.
Yeah, they asked if I could put that in, and I wanted to make it discreet, but I put it in for them.
It's very discreet, but very noticeable at the same time. It looks like it fits in there.
Well, that's why I did the other pine trees to kind of blend it in. Yeah. I also have a lot of fused glass elements on the bottom that I glued on. All the pine trees are fused glass.
Okay. What does fused glass mean?
Take a couple layers of glass, put it into my kiln, heat it up, and then they fuse into one piece.
Great.
So then I just glue them right on.
Okay.
And then I have skiers around the back and copper foil.
So it's like an applique, kind of like a quilting. It's applied after you do the mosaic.
Right, yeah. I mean, it was simpler just to kind of put them on instead of work around it. But I normally do stained glasses, and this is the first mosaic I've ever done.
This is the very first mosaic you've ever done?
Yeah, I thought I would give it a try.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Really great.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Now we are at the Karashishi Catamount, done by our local artist Dan Turcott. Dan, welcome to the Prowl.
To the Prowl.
Yes. So as you just are such a unique artist, I think, in our area, and the use of color and obviously other materials is fabulous on this piece. Do you want to tell us about some of the different things that are applied and how you came up with this?
Sure. Well, Karashishi is the Japanese lion protector, which I thought was kind of appropriate. The swirls and it symbolize the unity of man and a lot of also bringing in earth elements. She is made with a lot of recycled items and is also solar powered. The eyes light, the flowers light, and the mane all light with solar power. Wow. The recycled material is everything from old signs to anything I found laying around the shop.
Great. So where is this catamount going to be placed, Karashishi?
This is going to be placed right in front of Evans at the crosswalk. So it'll be right downtown where everybody can see it.
Nice,
and
nice. So we'll be seeing Karashishi lit up at night on the streets of downtown Bennington in front of Evans. That's exciting. What about this on the back leg, the tree? Does that symbolize something?
Well, because it's a kind of an earth protector, I wanted to get this, but it's also got a really nice Vermont theme too. Evans being in our area since the late 1800s, I wanted to be able to bring something that they bring into the community, and they're a very Vermont type of deal. So that's where the color and the flower and the leaves come from, and also the defoliated maple tree representing the changing of seasons.
And also Evans has deep roots in the community, so I guess we could put that in too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, it's absolutely stunning. I want to thank you so much. And the sponsors are Evans News and Bennington Pizza, so we want to thank them.
I also wanted to say that I did have a little helper on this, helping me with the flowers, Mrs. Colleen Hearn, and I want to give a shout out to her.
Okay,
thank you.
Great. So wonderful piece again. Thank you so much.
We'll see you later.
Okay. I'm here with Jennifer Weiler, and this is her catamount called Vermont Stories. Welcome to the Catamount Prowl Unveiling, Jennifer. This is beautiful. What would you like to tell the audience about this?
Oh man, quite the experience, that's for sure. I've never painted on something quite so involved and having to climb all over it and get underneath that. No, it was quite fun. But I did a lot of research. I'm new to the area. I moved up here about 5 years ago from Tennessee. So they knew they wanted a cat that resembles some things from Vermont and different history of Vermont. And so it was was a lot of fun getting into the history of Vermont and finding out something about a place that, you know, I didn't grow up here. So getting to learn about Vermont and the area and the culture and the history was probably one of the coolest things.
Great. Can you tell us something about here? What is these different structures here?
It's an old Mohegan settlement from the Indian settlements that were here. The Mohegans were primarily what occupied this area way back when, before we founded it. And so I wanted something that incorporated that history. And so we've got the Mohegan settlement on this side, and then on the other side is the 1900s version. You got the monument at this point and the current farms and different things.
Let's go around and look at the other side. It's quite majestic. Ah, the covered bridge. Tell us about this side. And the little ferry there, what does that symbolize?
The ferry was actually, my sponsor asked me to include it. My style is very fantasy oriented, and it was something I wanted to explore with the Catamount, but I was a little bit timid about putting it in there with my initial sketches, and she asked me if I would include that. And I know a lot of my style has to do with children's interpretation of current reality and finding that beauty and finding that magic in the everyday things that are around us. So that's where the fairies are from.
Well, I think you've definitely found the beauty in this Catamount. Excellent job. Excellent job. Thank you so much. Enjoy the evening of the unveiling and all your hard work. Congratulations to you. It's stunning. You're welcome. I'm here with Brenda Jones, the president of the Chamber of Commerce. And Brenda, would you like to share some interesting experiences or how you got to this point of the unveiling party and how many hours and a number of people are involved in this event?
This is absolutely huge. It's amazing the number of people that it takes, the number of hours, the weeks, the planning, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Right down to just today alone, we brought in 5 of the Catamounts into this facility just because there's so much going on all the time.
Great. And I see you've been bringing one Catamount. It's different places around town. You never know where it's going to show up. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing. Tom Daly, who's the treasurer of our board, has been taking it from place to place to place, and just so that everybody in the community can see it, it's been wonderful.
And are all the cats going to be on a Facebook page or someplace on the Chamber website where people can sort of see all of them and find out where they're going to be placed in town? So, I mean, everyone here tonight is lucky to be able to see them in one place, but then they're going to be out in the town. So Is there going to be a way that the community and those at the world at large will be able to find them?
Sure. There are a lot of places where you're going to be able to find it. First thing is, the Chamber does have a Facebook page.
Okay.
They'll be on the Catamount Prowl Facebook page. They'll be on catamountprowl.com. Okay, that's the Catamount Prowl website. Then you can also get there from the Chamber website, which is bennington.com. Okay. And there is a map, it is printed, and it's going to show exactly where every single Catamount is located. So that way, you can just go out and see the ones that you want to see and check them out.
Right, that's great. So everyone, you have lots of opportunities to be able to go out and find the Catamounts. Again, the Bennington Chamber of Commerce website, which is bennington.com. So that's the shortest address, but catamountprowl.com. And if for those who don't have a computer, 447-3311, and you can talk to PJ probably at the Chamber, and she can maybe send you a map if you want that too.
That's absolutely perfect. We'll be happy to do that for you.
Great, great. Well, congratulations. It's an amazing, amazing amount of work that you and the Chamber and your events committee has done. So congratulations to you all, and go celebrate. Have some champagne.
Super. Thank you.
I'm here with Mike Madison, who did this incredible Catamount here called Captain Catamount. You want to tell us about it, Mike?
Well, I just wanted to, I couldn't see doing the cat anything other than the natural look. Okay. And I was really confused when I got past the cat. It only took me about 3 days to do the cat, and then I was stalled, And I don't know, it just came on me, put the flag down and then just do a historical thing of Bennington,
Yeah. So what is on the front here? What is?
Okay, we've got this is the old First Church, and there was a little store next to it. This is all back in the 1800s.
Okay.
And as I went around, I sort of made a road all the way around it. It's just sort of a history. Almost all the buildings in here are from the past. They're all gone now.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've got the monument, of course, but then right next to it, there's an arms building that was there prior to the monument that I put in there. And then I've got the, down at the bottom is the, what is it? I forgot that it's up by the church that.
Oh, is it like at a enclosed?
Yeah, the inn, you know, the old what
the
the Walloon-Sack Inn. That's what it looked. Yeah, what it looked like when Jefferson came up. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
So you had to do a lot of research to.
Yeah, on the other side, I have the Catamount Tavern.
All right, let's go around and look at that.
Yeah.
So here we are on the other side, Mike.
Right, I've got the Catamount Tavern. There, that's out of the shires of Bennington. The little green book we had back in the 70s. And there's just some historical houses that were here back years ago. I just added in there, and
Great. Well,
that's about it.
It's really, really beautiful and inspiring, and I'm so glad that you did the first part, took a breath, and then went and did the second part because it's really stunning.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks. Have a good time tonight.
I will.
We're here with Roseanne Green, and the name of her catamount is?
Incognito.
And we can see why it's Incognito. It is actually incredible. Tell us something about it.
I just like the artist Bev Doolittle, and she'll do this kind of a painting, and in between you'll find a wolf or a bear or something in disguise in her work, and that's what I thought that's what I was trying to do.
That was your inspiration?
That was my inspiration. I love her artwork. Not many people know her. She's pretty famous, though. Yeah. She's pretty incredible. Yeah. So.
Great. Well, how long did it take you to do this?
I had about 100 hours in it, you know, because I had to paint, put all the spots on. My brother helped me do some work on it, sealing everything down, painting the branches. So it was a lot of work. A lot of work.
So these branches were applied afterwards. Did you?
After they clear coated it, gave it back to me. Okay. I clear coated the branches that they were mounted on, and then that's how it was finished off.
Yeah. So the clear coating came after you painted it. So it's a lot of people don't know the process involved with this. Back in 2009 with the moose, it's like the artist paints the moose or the catamount this year, and then they have to go to get spray coated so that they're sealed and protected for the weather.
There's 3 coats of sealer on it. There's at least 3 coats. It's like coating a car, I guess.
Right.
But you can see it. And boy, it really brings out the work too.
Yes, it does. It does.
Really
Makes it shine.
Yep.
So thank you so much. Congratulations. Enjoy yourself.
I'm Joanne, the director of the Chamber of Commerce, and we are extremely, extremely pleased that our really good former street art animals, the moose, had taken it upon themselves to invite these fabulous big cats. So now that the catamounts are all here in one place, we want you to enjoy them, compare them, pick your favorite, talk to the artists, talk to the sponsors. Most of all, have a good time. This is the last chance that we're going to be able to keep these crazy cats all in one place, because after tonight, they are going to be set free, and they're going to be all over the community, and you'll have to get a map to go find them. And you can go cat hunting, but only with a camera. So we welcome you to this incredible unveiling, and thank you very, very much. Our patrons and our artists made this possible. Let's give them a hand. And now I would like to introduce the president of the board of the Chamber of Commerce, Brenda Jones. Brenda?
Thank you. We at the Chamber are so excited about this event, and what we're doing is by having the catamounts out on the street, we're hoping that everybody comes to Bennington and has Bennington as a destination. And with that, what we're going to do is by putting them all out, hopefully we're going to get a lot more folks come into stores and restaurants and hotels and just have Bennington as a destination. We all love it here, and we're just hoping that everybody else does. And it'll be a super event for Bennington. And now I'd like to introduce Lindy Lynch, who is our event chair and who's in charge of this entire event.
It's my pleasure to introduce the committee. We have the artist, We have the sponsors, we have the host, we have the volunteers, but it takes a committee to raise this event. So I'd just like to go down through the committee list. I'm not going to invite them all up right now, but I hope you will all say thank you. We have tonight with us our sculpture of these great cats, Patrick Keogh. We have the school moose chair, Michelle Mazzola. We have a marketing team that consists of all of our marketing partners, the Bennington Banner, Cat TV, the radio station WBTN, and the Penny Saver. Our committee is Brenda Jones, Joanne Ehrenhaus, Ed Woods, Eric Wood, Mary Morrissey, John Shanahan, and our webmaster is Max Squires. And we also have the artist chair. She's back being a bartender tonight. That's Michelle Hogan. We have our secretary, Pat Warner. And we have our retail gala chair, Laura Meehan. She's back with the food back there. Our auction chairs, Patty Serdam and Mike Barrier. And security, I see here's tonight. We have our own Sheriff, Chad Schmidt. We'll have the CRJ and the Bennington PD will be out watching our cats. We also have our town BBC chair, John Shanahan, on the committee, our state rep, Mary Morrissey. Tracy Schwartz is in charge of all the volunteers. We have our transportation chairs. All of these cats could not move and go to many places without Brenda Jones and Tom Daly, and they get an extra big hand for all this work. I know you all know them intimately well at this point. And without saying, right behind them is Dave Madison at the Carbone Clear Coat booth. Thank you, Dave. And then, of course, you've all met Eric Wood. He's our chamber staff liaison. He's running, going, jumping. You need anything, Eric will get it for you. We also have our contest, PJ DeVito. She'll be doing our scavenger hunt. And then we have many business partners that will be jumping on board to be doing some retail. You can talk to Laura if you'd like to sell some of that retail. We have many, many thank yous. We could go on and other speakers, but I'd really like to thank our host of the building tonight, and that is Jack Appleman, and I understand George is here representing him. If he's here and would like to come up and say a few words. Now it's with my great pleasure. The next speaker I have is Mary Morrissey as part of the committee and also a state rep. Mary Morrissey.
Good evening, everyone. It's a delight to see you here for our 3rd Street Art event in Bennington. We showcase some of the best art here across the state. I'm representing kind of the state of Vermont, and I have to tell you, we blew the socks off all of the state representatives and senators in Montpelier in March. So I am pleased that we were able to have Alex Aldrich from the Vermont Council of Arts with us. We hope you'll spend the next number of months enjoying the beautiful art around town, getting to our restaurants, stores, and promoting Bennington. And I have a personal invitation out to all of my representative friends and senators across the state. So no further ado, Alex Aldrich from the Vermont Council of Arts, who has always been a great partner with these programs.
Thank you, Mary. Welcome to the graduating class of 2013. I'm glad to be here on the advent of your leaving high school and college and whatever else you've been doing. This is as close as I ever get to giving a graduation speech, so just bear with me a minute. I'd like to give a round of applause to the 3 or 4 moose that are in the back of the room. I think they came back for old time's sake, and they look a little forlorn, so they need a little round of applause. Bravo, moose. Last December, I had the honor of playing host over at the Latches in Brattleboro for the Governor's Award in the Arts, and the Governor went on and on and on about how great the art was coming out of Windham County. And all I've got to say is, Governor, you need to get over to this side of the state once in a while. This is just terrific artwork that I'm seeing. I love the whimsy of the eagle over there, and I love the cat in the hat, and the one out front is beyond description, which is why I'm sure it's out front. I want to applaud all of the artists who slaved diligently over this project for the last several months. Bravo to them. I also want to applaud their art teachers, because you know, if they hadn't had art teachers way back when, they probably wouldn't have made it to the place where you are enjoying the output that they have put in front of you on display today. I also want to make a strong nod to our collaborators in the Department of Tourism and Marketing. It's this kind of an event that they are going to be able to work with your Chamber of Commerce and your Better Bennington Corporation to promote the bejesus out of this project and bring a lot more people into the state. Bennington is truly one of the great gateways into Vermont, and I'm proud to be here. I'm glad to see that it's not raining. I went through, I thought, Noah's flood on my way down here. But the sun broke through just in time for this event. Thank you for inviting me. I'm delighted to be here, and congratulations to all of you. Lindy, back to you.
Thanks, Alex. You're right. And I'd like to introduce our own very own Select Board Chair, Joe Krozik.
Thank you, Lindy. I want to welcome everybody tonight to this great event, the unveiling of the Catamount Prowl. I've got to tell a little story. About 10 years ago, when I was leaving Montpelier to come back to Bennington on a Friday afternoon, somebody said to me, "Hey, they're painting pigs out in Brandon, the town of Brandon." And I told my wife, I says, "Nobody can paint a pig to look good," so we took a side trip and we saw these pigs with the great art on them. And I came back with talked to town manager Stu Hurd and said, "We got to do something like this." And of course, the next year the Chamber picked this up at the Moose Fest. But I'll tell you, the original idea for me was the Catamount, so I'm glad it's here. It's the Bennington symbol, or our animal symbol, so it's a great fitting event that we're having here. But there's a lot of people to thank. First of all, thank the promoters, the Bennington Banner, the Penny Saver, the Chamber, the BBC, WBTN, everybody getting the word out that we've got the Catamount Prowl going on here for a long period of time here in Bennington. I want to thank the artists for sharing their talent with not just us, but the whole community, and giving our town and our part of the state reputation of having great art. Couldn't happen without having these sponsors that have to come up with the money to get these things going. And finally, I want to thank the volunteers. You can't pull an event off like this without having the volunteers that you see here today. Many of them wearing the Catamount Prowl t-shirt. So let's give a big hand to all the volunteers and everybody that's put together this great event. Thank you.
Many of these cats are going to be seen in our very own downtown, and we know street art works, and I think he will share that with you. John Shanahan, the director of the BBC.
I'm going to keep this short, but on behalf of the downtown business community, I guess we're going to give you a belated apology for thinking you guys were crazy 9 years ago, and now the well-deserved congratulations and thank you for turning the street art festivals into the most anticipated event of the year. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Well, we'll let you party on. The show goes till 8, and they'll be hitting the streets next. Get your maps so you'll know where they go, and we'll all stay around to chat. Thank you all.
We are at the Catitude Catamount with Michelle Karras. Did I get that right? Okay, Michelle is the editor of the Bennington Banner, and she's new to the area. So how did the Bennington Banner get involved with this, and what do you think of this whole Catamount Prowl business?
The Banner has been involved with the Catamounts and the Mooses before that. We are always looking to be a part of these community efforts. It's important, I think, to be a part of the downtown and support the efforts that are going on in the community. And what do I think about the Catamounts? I think they're amazing. I think they're so beautiful with all the different artists involved. It's a great way to showcase our community.
There's 35 of them all together, and as you know, they're going to be scattered all over downtown and throughout our communities. So I want to thank you, the Banner, for sponsoring this great event for our community and for really the world at large. Last time, I'm saying that, but I'm not being flip, because last time with the moose, we had a lot of people come from England and different places around the world for people who, now we're going to find the Catamount lovers, so they're coming to Bennington. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. And this here is our sponsored Catamount, which is actually being painted by our marketing director, Ray Tetlow. As you can see, it's not quite finished yet. She got it a little bit late, a little recently, so she's about a third of the way done here, but it's going to be beautiful.
Yes, I can see that the amount of detail going into this is phenomenal. Ray's great gal and quite talented. She did a moose the last time as well, I believe. So once this is all clear coated, then it's going to be all shiny like the other ones. So congrats to you, Ray, out there, and we'll try to catch you later. So thanks again so much for taking a minute to talk to us. Here with Chelsea Lutz at the Catamount Prowl, and this is her creation, which is a work in progress, but so realistic right here. So Chelsea, tell us about the name of your Catamount and what's going on.
Well, of course, you see it is a work in progress. It's Ethan Allen on the prowl. It will be the Battle of Bennington and Fort Ticonderoga and everything that happened when they defeated the British in 1776. So it'll be a summer scene with lots of soldiers and horses and cannons. And
wow, you've got your work cut out for you. So, but you have more to do on the face and such, or is this?
I do have some work to do on the face. I would like to, pronunciate the whiskers and put some fur on him, and then
painted on fur.
Okay. Yes.
All right. And your sponsor for the event is Tri-State Penny Saver, I see here. So, are you connected to the Penny Saver in any way, or?
No, they just needed an artist, and I was willing to be that person.
Did you do a moose in the past?
I did do a moose. Yes.
Okay. So your experience with this large painting project, and did you have it like in your living room or someplace to work on it?
That actually was out of my garage, which this is where this is too, in my garage. So.
And I take it it's headed back to the garage in between the raindrops for a finish.
In a few days, yes.
Congratulations, and I can't wait to see. Where is it going to be placed? Do you know?
Actually, I'm not sure, but I imagine in front of the Penny Saver. Okay. I'm imagining.
All right, so downtown you can see the Ethan Allen Catamount, and good luck, Chelsea, and I can't wait to see its finished product. Congratulations. And we're looking at her beautiful Catamount in black and white on a red base, and this is stunning. It so caught my eye when I came in the door. And so could you tell us what inspired you to do this beautiful black and white piece?
I'm very much inspired by pattern and the way that there's pattern in everything, and so I just kind of took my ideas, because I love working with patterns, both in what I usually do, which is jewelry, and I thought of my sponsors, which are the Apple Barn and Kimberly Farms, and I kind of meshed them all together. So if you look around, we have one side that has the trees and, typical Vermont, beautiful pastoral scene, and the other side has hills and horses, and there's also apples and flowers and all sorts of things scattered all around it.
So did you start with sketches of things that you wanted to put on, or how do you begin such a piece? It's so huge.
No, actually, I sketched out the general scenes that I wanted. So this scene had a couple hills and a tree and a tree. The other scene had a couple mountains. And then I really seriously just spent a lot of quality time here with the Catamount and just doodled and sketched and worked the patterns in and kind of, let the Catamount speak to me.
That it's incredible. Well, it obviously spoke very well to you. It is a very, very beautiful piece, and I understand it's still a work in progress. And where can folks go and see this beautiful Catamount on the street?
Yes, I would love to do a little bit more. I've become a little bit addicted to it, so every time I turn around, I see areas that I want to fill in a little bit more. And this is going to be at Kimberly Farms in Shaftesbury, and it's also going to be at the Apple Barn, right on Route 7 South.
Great. So people will have two different places to be able to see it. And the name of the Catamount?
The name of the Catamount is Bois d'Arc, which means horse apple. It's an actual kind of tree. But my family and I have a nice nickname for it. We've been calling it the Reverend since it's been in my living room for 2 months.
So now you get your living room back.
I don't know what to do with it. It looks empty.
Thank you so much, and it's fabulous, and enjoy yourself tonight, and just congratulations for all the hard work that you put into it and for the beauty that you're going to bring to our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much also. Thank you. All right.
I'm here with Joe Krozik, Chair of the Bennington Select Board, and welcome, Joe.
Well, glad to be here tonight.
Yes.
The rain stopped, so it's a beautiful evening.
It is. The rain has finally stopped. I just wanted to ask you, what does the Catamount Prowl mean to you, or from the town's perspective? What does it mean to Bennington to have this event here in our community?
Well, first of all, the Catamount Prowl is just a continuation of the thing we started a few years ago with the Moose Fest, as you know. And I'll just tell a little story. I was in the legislature about 10 years ago, and coming home on a Friday, somebody says they're painting pigs in Brandon. And I says, no, pigs can't look good painted. So I went by and I saw them. I came back and I talked. Next few years, the Chamber picked up the Moose Fest, and now we're continuing with the Catamount. And to me, this is very significant because obviously the Catamount is our animal in Bennington. You know, go up in Old Bennington, there's a statue that goes all the way back to the beginning. So tremendous artists and great job these people have done. I'm sure everybody's picking out their favorites. It would be hard for me to figure out which one I like best, but I kind of like the spirit of Vermont.
The spirit of Vermont. That makes sense, knowing you the way I do, Joe. So this is Keith Bona and Elizabeth Bona did this, and the Heritage Family Credit Union is the sponsor. And here we have probably like Ethan Allen boys, do you think?
Well, you know, it's probably General John Stark's boys, probably fought the Battle of Bennington.
Okay, there you go.
We got a quote down there from General Stark.
Oh, there we go. General Stark, live free or die. Death is not the worst of evils. So anything else you'd like to add, Joe?
I just hope everybody takes and comes out and sees these as we have them around town and support our local merchants and the BBC and the Chamber, because it takes a lot of work to put something like this on. And just thank the volunteers to step forward and help us all. So great job.
Okay. I'm here with Crystal Bodwin Harris, and her Catamount is called Naturally Nurturing, and it is phenomenal. Would you like to tell something about it?
It's actually inspired by my dad, who passed away in April, taking all his grandchildren fishing for their first time. So, and I grew up here in Vermont, so it's based on that.
What a tribute to your dad. I see the fisherman down there in front. So is that your dad and a grandson, or
my son?
Your son.
Yes.
His grandson.
His grandson.
Yeah. What are these pieces made out of? Because they're in addition to the cast here. So what did you make the fisherman out of?
It's a special clay that I ordered. It's an epoxy clay, and it actually is used for sign making, three-dimensional signs. And they use it for all sorts of stuff, sculptures and everything, but you don't have to put the clay in a kiln. So it adheres and it dries in 24 hours, and you can paint it and do whatever, and it acts like it's been fired.
Yeah, so it's made to be outside, which is where your Catamount is going to be. So these beautiful fall scenes and the river flowing through, and I love how you put the river design over the tail. It's just stunning. So your sponsor is Martin's Gulf Laser Wash. Well, look we've got the little water running there, so that sort of shows your sponsor off. So how many hours did you put into this?
It's hard to tell because I had to help take care of my dad, so I took a break in doing it, but I probably put a month and a half of hours into it.
So this is really a tribute to him, and maybe even helped you get through a very difficult time.
It very much did.
You should be very proud, and I'm sure your father is very proud of you, looking down on you smiling with big smiles. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Really, really beautiful. Where's your artist? Oh, okay. I'm here with Judy Pennick, and she is a patron of which Catamount are you a patron of?
His name is Karashishi, Japanese for Powerful Lion, done by Dan Turcotte.
Oh,
co-sponsored by Evans and Bennington Pizza.
Yes, we spoke with Dan earlier, and it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. So I just wanted to ask you, Judy, you've been in this community a long time, and you've worked for Evans, and just a foundation in our community. So what does this mean to you? What does Catamount Prowl mean to you as a citizen?
Right. Well, first of all, after every time we have one of these events, I think it can't get any better. And look at this; it's truly incredible. the turnout itself justifies why we do it. You know, Bennington, like everybody else, is struggling to keep its downtown alive and keep the economy moving forward. When we can put something like this on the street with this diversity of talent and offer it and advertise it and market it, how can we not do it?
I know.
And you know, we get a lot of day trippers that come over from Albany or Saratoga for the day. It makes it so special. They talk about it, they bring other people. I think it's such a shot in the arm for the community at large and downtown in particular.
Yes, it is. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win.
Absolutely is. And when you go around and look at them, each one is as different as the person that produced it. They're really amazing.
They are. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a great evening and enjoy. Great. Thanks so much, Judy.
It was fun.
Okay, I'm here with Carissa Hollow, and her catamount is called
Slopes.
And what inspired you to make Slopes? This is a stunning black and white catamount.
Well, I know a lot of the years, a lot of people have done designs that are, you know, really to do with the fall and the leaves and, you know, the colors of Vermont and, you know, the scenery. You know, so I wanted to do something different, but also, you know, something that I enjoyed personally, that was personal to me. So I love snowboarding, and, you know, so it just felt natural. I mean, there's so many great mountains in Vermont, so it fell right into place.
So there you go. So you imagine yourself like on the slopes while you're doing the slopes. So it's obviously a night.
Well, it's more of it's a backwards color. So what would be dark is actually light. You know,
Okay.
it's like a negative. You know, in a way. And then it has like the snow. So it's like basically an outline of what's going on, but the colors are all reversed, and it's black and white. Because I didn't want to do something that's you know really colorful. I wanted to do something that's a little different.
I love it. Black and white are my favorite colors. So how many hours or days or weeks or months did you put into this artwork?
I think mine probably was one of the faster ones. I think it only took 10 hours altogether. I did a black coat, and I sanded it down, did another black coat, and one day I sketched all what the design would be, and the next day I just painted all the white, and it was done.
Wow.
So.
Wow, you may be one of the speedier catamounts here. So, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, because every day that I was outside, I did it outside under a tent, and it was gorgeous out, so I said, this is a great way to spend the workday.
Great.
It was a lot of fun.
And are you an artist, or what do you do in life?
Well, I do like retail and advertising for work, but occasionally I do put some designs into the ads I do with my art skills. But I don't normally do this because it's too time consuming for me, because I do a lot of volunteer work. I mean, I love it as a hobby, but not really for work. I don't have the time.
Well, the community thanks you for the time that you did put into this, and you might want to think about doing some more artwork.
Maybe, perhaps.
All right.
Think about it.
Thanks so much, Carissa.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. I'm here with Rick Havlack, and the name of your moose is?
Ethan.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep doing that. Your catamount. It seems like it was just yesterday the moose were in town, and now we've got cats. They're all over.
Take the antlers off, and you're left with a cat.
Okay. The name of your catamount is?
Ethan.
Ethan, and that is clear to see. When you did a moose, that moose was dressed as well. So tell me, what makes you want to put clothes on the animal?
I want to personify them. I think it's funny to play with the character and bring it to life. And rather than using it as a palette, it's not a palette. It's a three-dimensional, so I wanted to three-dimensionalize him.
Well, it is beautiful. And whose idea was it? How did you come up with this idea?
Actually, my wife Ellen came up with the idea, and she said, "Why don't you paint him like Ethan Allen?" I said, "Sure, why not?"
Sure, why not? It's easy for her to say.
That's right, it was very easy. You can do that. All right. Yeah. So.
And the sponsors? Are you the sponsor of? Okay.
It was the bookshop, chefs, the chocolate shop, and the spectacle shop. So the four of us.
4 of you went in to sponsor this, yes. And so did this one live in your garage like the moose did?
No, I actually did this one in the store.
In the store?
I did him in the back of the store. Yeah.
Okay.
But he fit. The moose did not.
That's right. So did you have people coming watching you during the process?
I did. I had several people who came in and would check on him. And I had a good friend of mine help me with the tailoring.
Okay.
So she came in a lot.
Yeah. It's hard to tailor to a catamount, isn't it? I mean,
yes.
Tailoring a catamount is not the same as a human being.
No, it's not. No. And so we ended up just draping, doing a lot of draping.
Yep.
So it's really not, we were going to try to make an outfit, that didn't work.
Okay,
So we
so
just started draping.
draped and then applied.
Actually, you got the cloth very wet in a preservative, and then just put it on the animal wet, and then made it conform, and then just dry to. So it's actually many pieces of cloth.
Right. So this is a multi-step cat. Did you have to paint before and then after? And
I primed him out first, then I just put the cloth on him, and then after that dried, then I had to prime that and then paint it.
Okay.
So yeah.
So and then it went to get clear coated, and now it's all like, all.
We hope.
Yeah. Thank you very much for talking to me, Rick, and it's really stunning. And I take it this is going to be out front of the Bennington Bookshop?
Yes, it'll be out on that ball bat right in front of the store.
Great. Congratulations. Have a good time tonight. All right. Okay, bye. I'm here with Kimberly Wasick, and we are outside now of the Catamount Prowl Unveiling Party. And Kimberly, this is, may I call you Kim?
Yes, you may.
You may call me Kim, too.
I'll call you Kim.
Okay, good. We're both Kim. So, tell me about this amazing creation that you've done here. You seem to have a style with the moose in the past and now with the catamount. So how did this come to your creative mind?
Well, I like to work like whimsical, so I decided I was trying to do a play on words, and Cat in the Hat was already taken. I thought, okay, raining cats and dogs. So I just started it and made these little guys and hooked them on and covered them with plaster, and then I covered them with Bondo and then fiberglass, which I was just saying that my brain is fried from the fiberglass and the Bondo, but I did remember.
Sacrifices for art, people. Sacrifices for art. She probably lost a few brain cells, but we gained an amazing creation here. So does it start with like sketching? Do you just, something comes to mind, or?
No, I just thought of it and I was like, okay, that's what I'm doing. And
so you're real hands-on. You think of it and then you start making the sort of like applique pieces of the dogs and the cats?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, my friend Nancy Woltman, who owns Panache, she's like, you really need to sketch it out. And I'm like, for what? No, there'll be no sketching. I'm just going to do it.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. So I see that the Catamount has his little yellow boots on, and I do, someone else mentioned it too, the Paddington hat. It just reminds me of that. You want to tell me the story behind the face on the cat?
Yeah, it's funny because my mom would stop at my house every day and check on my Catamount, and I wasn't going to paint the face. I was just going to leave it solid black and just kind of keep it a real friendly cat. Yep. She's like, pick up that brush and do what I say. I'm like, Mom, I'm just going to repaint it as soon as you leave. And she said, I'm telling you, put a little more white, put a little more white. Come on, Kimmy, give it to me. So she sat there until it was painted. I'm like, Mom, I think you were right.
Well, the face, I have to agree with your mom. I do like it with a face. I can't envision it without it.
Yes.
And so now you said, so you just start making. So which one did you make first? The cat, the dog, the girl with the umbrella?
The little dog on the front. I did first, and I was so happy with him. And I'm like,
kind of reminiscent of the RCA dog. For those people out there that remember the RCA dog.
Yes, and then the person I put on, and then I was like, it still doesn't look like it's dripping cats and dogs. So then I had a dog dripping off, and then I thought, well, it still doesn't look like it's raining cats and dogs. Hence the words across the bottom. It's raining cats and dogs.
And the water.
Yes. So.
And now you actually have real water on it in there.
Exactly.
So
we timed it. We knew it was going to rain today, and we put it outside, and it's just raining cats and dogs here in Bennington, Vermont.
You really thought this out fully.
We did. Yes, I did.
You're quite a planner.
Yes. Yep.
Well, congratulations. So many people have been coming by saying how impressed they are, and enjoy the fruits of your efforts, and have some more champagne.
Thank you. Oh, I've got my wine. I got plenty of it.
Thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us at the Catamount Prowl here in beautiful downtown Bennington. The rain has stopped, the sun is out, and people are still inside enjoying all the catamounts, and the sponsors and the artists and the Chamber of Commerce and the Better Bennington Corporation and all the downtown folks and volunteers have put so much time into this. So we want to thank them and thank you for watching. So watch out for the streets of downtown Bennington and look out for the catamounts. The Prowl is headed our way. Thanks for watching.